With Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the horizon, and no kind of news update recently for the games, I've decided that it's high time to get up off my ass and sit right back down on my ass in front of my computer to bring all of you my top 5 hopes for Gen 9. With a little luck, maybe I'll get this out before the inevitable news drop that feels like it could happen any day now. As a Pokemon content creator, I'm obviously very excited for these games. As a competitive player, I'm very ready for a new game to bring us new things to make VGC fresh and exciting again. The things I want might sound weird to some of you, but I promise that I feel very strongly about all of them, and I'm going to try my best to make you all feel the same way. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on everything I cover down in the comments, and while you're down there, I wouldn't complain if you left a like and click that subscribe button too. I have no idea what the button does, but it's fun to click on. So, without further ado, here are my top 5, in no particular order, hopes for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I know I said that this list was in no particular order, but I'm actually going to start with the thing that probably means the least to me. That's not to say that I don't think it's important. I will still be very disappointed if this doesn't happen. But it is to say that it has less bearing on my overall enjoyment as a mostly competitive Pokemon player. I guess I should probably tell you what it is. I really want them to deliver on the promise they've made that this is going to be an open world game. I would like to clarify that this is not any kind of speculation on my part. They have made a point to outright say that this is going to be an open world game on the official website for Scarlet and Violet. Now, that phrase, open world, however, is pretty vague. What I want is for them to not half-ass this. Much like me, in my chair, in front of my desk, right now, I would like Game Freak to use their full ass. Do I know how challenging gyms in any order would work? No, I don't. A lot of Pokemon's game design is dependent on you only reaching areas in a specific order. Trainer teams, the gym leaders, story elements, Pokemon encounters, they're all very specifically crafted for you to go through them in a specific order. But if they can pull it off, this game and make a truly open world Pokemon experience, I think the rest of this list could probably not even matter. We would be in the midst of something so truly special that the sheer hype alone would carry it through almost anything else that could be wrong with the game. This next one feels obvious. It feels like if it doesn't happen, the entire fan base would literally riot. Every single Pokemon that never made its way into Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield should be in Scarlet and Violet. I don't want them to be transferable at a later date after release. I don't want them in DLC the following year. Every Pokemon that is not currently in Sword and Shield needs to be in Scarlet and Violet. If they pass up on somebody's favorite Pokemon for the second game in a row, they will be mad. There are so many Pokemon I wish I could use right now in VGC, but they just aren't available. Please, please, give us all of the missing Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. Now, I would imagine from the previous entry on this list that you would assume that I'm a big believer that every Pokemon should be available in every Pokemon game. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I actually do like the limited Pokédex approach. From the viewpoint of competitive Pokemon, it's actually unbelievably healthier for the game to exclude certain Pokemon for a time. This is why I want a limited Pokédex, at least initially. I do think that every Pokemon should eventually be transferable into Scarlet and Violet at the bare minimum, but I would prefer if not every Pokemon was obtainable and available right off the bat. I know that comes as a blow to people who think that Dexit was the end of the world, and trust me, I totally understand where you're coming from, and I think that Sword and Shield should have gotten a final update to bring in the remaining missing Pokemon to coincide with Pokemon Home's update to support Legends Arceus and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. But, as stated previously, it's a lot healthier for competitive to not include every Pokemon. There is a very large power gap between the best Pokemon and the worst Pokemon. If everyone was in every game right from the start, then the Pokemon closer to the worst side of the spectrum would never see the light of day. Incineroar alone invalidates most Pokemon that want to play a supporting role. Regieleki invalidates pretty much anything that wants to carry a Choice Scarf or run Tailwind. You can't complain that every VGC team is the same 6 Pokemon when you expect every Mon to be in every game. The power difference is just too great. A lot of Pokemon can shine. I really know that they can. If Game Freak, and in turn, a good chunk of the fan base, just gives them a chance. So it's about here that I gotta let you know. that I wasn't able to finish the whole thing even after cutting it down from a top 10 to a top 5. Because that news drop that felt like it could come at any day is coming tomorrow. So I don't have time to edit the rest of the video like the first half of the video. I'm really sorry, but please enjoy looping footage from the trailer. I really hope that you enjoy me talking and not the animations as much. Once again, I'm sorry, but you know, time is a cruel mistress. So let's move on with the rest of the video. You guys know me. I love competitive Pokemon. Not really because I'm especially good at it or I can win battles all the time. I play competitive Pokemon so I can test and mess around with interesting abilities and moves and obscure game mechanics. So, naturally, I would love for Scarlet and Violet to be just chock full of new and returning interesting moves and abilities. There are a few abilities that definitely didn't get the representation they deserved in Sword and Shield. Like Simple, I never got my dream of playing Dynamax B-Barrel. There are also a lot of new abilities and moves from Sword and Shield that I would love to see distributed to more Pokemon. Steam Engine will literally never see play again if Dynamax is gone for good. This is very high on my wish list. After all, how am I going to keep making YouTube videos if I don't have new abilities and moves and obscure mechanics to test? Here we are, the very last item on the list. I know they're in no particular order, but I think this one's going to be really important for the health and longevity of competitive Pokemon. And that is slowing down the power creep. Game Freak, listen, I am specifically talking to you. Your new Pokemon can stand out without being ridiculously overpowered. I promise. So many people really love Pokemon like Phalanx, who just have a really great design, despite them being very difficult to use. I swear, it really feels like every generation I see changes that make me feel like Game Freak is actually thinking about the balancing of the game. And then, they go and release a Pokemon like Regieleki, and I lose all faith. So, it's okay to slow down a little, sometimes literally, in Regieleki's case, and focus on making Pokemon interesting and fun without having them outclass 3/4 of the Pokédex. Okay? I know you can do this. There are so many Pokemon in Sword and Shield that are fun and interesting and unique without being overpowered. And I don't know how these last few slip through the cracks. So let's hashtag stop power creep in Pokemon. Everybody just get on Twitter, do all the social media things, hashtag stop the power creep, tag Game Freak, tag the Pokemon Company, tag, you know, Nintendo, whoever you need to tag. Let's do this together. And now, with a heavy heart, we come to the end of our journey. I hope that you've enjoyed this look at the inner machinations of my mind. When it comes to Pokemon, I don't have as high expectations as a lot of the fan base for the story, or the graphics, or anything like that. I don't even care how the trees look. The base Pokemon formula will get me there. However, I feel like this generation in particular feels kind of make or break for competitive Pokemon. I feel confident that this is probably going to be the best-selling Pokemon game of all time, and if VGC doesn't grow proportionally, it could sort of sound a beginning of the end for us. VGC already only feels like it exists on the back of the much more popular trading card game as it is. So please, Game Freak, the Pokemon Company International, heck, even Nintendo if it'll help. Please, think of the people who play competitive Pokemon. We are the most diehard fans that you have. We pretty much have to buy every single game if we want to continue playing this competitive esport that we love. Keep us in your thoughts and keep us in your hearts. On that note, everybody, be sure to leave me a like if you enjoyed this video, and tell me about your hopes and dreams for Generation 9 in the comments below. If you want to see more content like this in the future, go ahead and subscribe. I can see how many people subscribe after every video, and if this one blows up, I'll have no choice but to spend all of my free time painstakingly editing videos like this. And with that, my name is Andrew, and I will catch you guys next time.